So, your daughter has officially caught the volleyball bug. She's done the Learn to Play leagues, she's had a ton of fun, and now she's asking, what's next? Well, you've come to the right place. This is your guide for figuring out that exciting next step in her journey.
It's a great problem to have, isn't it? After a season or two of just having fun, she's ready for more of a challenge. You know? Moving from an introductory program to something more competitive is a really common crossroads for parents. And it's all about finding that perfect next step to keep her passion for the game growing strong.
So how exactly do you make that jump? Well, we're going to walk you through it. We'll show you how this next level isn't about leaving the fun behind. Not at all. It's about building on top of that fun by introducing the core rules and fundamental skills that are going to make her a much more confident and capable player on the court.
All right, let's dive in. What actually makes this next level of volleyball feel so different? Well, it really starts with some key changes in how the game is played and how it's scored. You'll see, it's faster, it's more dynamic, and every single player has a really important role to play.
The first big thing you're going to notice is something called rally scoring. Now, maybe you remember the old way where you could only score a point when your team was serving? Well, forget that. With rally scoring, a point is up for grabs on every single rally. This completely changes the pace of the game and means every single play could put a point on the board.
Next up is the rotation system. This is so cool. Whenever a team wins the serve back, all the players rotate one position clockwise. And what's awesome about this for young players is that it guarantees everyone gets a chance to play every position. 1 minute she's serving, the next she's playing defense in the back, and then she's right up at the net. It's fantastic. And let's talk team size. On the court, you'll always have 6 players per team. But for the whole roster, especially for this age group, you're typically going to see around 8 to 12 players. And that's really the sweet spot. It's enough for substitutions, but it's small enough to make sure every kid gets plenty of playing time and feels like a key part of the team. Okay, so we've got the rules down. Now for the fun stuff. What skills is your daughter actually going to be learning? Well, at this level, it's all about building a super solid foundation in the 3 most critical areas of the game. That's passing, serving, and attacking. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with the pass. It's that critical first touch when the ball comes over the net from a serve or an attack. You could think of it like the foundation of a house. Without a good, controlled pass to the setter, it is almost impossible to build an effective offense. So, a good pass is all about control. Coaches will talk nonstop about creating a stable platform with the forearms. See, it's not about swinging your arms. It's about creating this nice, solid surface and just angling it to direct the ball right where it needs to go, which is usually to the setter. Get that right, and the whole team is set up for success.
Next up, we've got serving. And what's so unique about the serve? It's the only skill in volleyball where a player has total control before the play starts. It kicks off every single rally, and it's the very first chance a player has to put some real pressure on the other team.
And believe me, serving is so much more than just getting the ball over the net. It's a strategic weapon. Coaches will focus on the fundamentals, like a consistent toss and a controlled follow-through. The goal isn't just to get the ball in, it's to serve it in a way that's tough for the other team to handle, which makes it really hard for them to get their offense going. And finally, we get to attacking, the big exciting play at the net. This is usually the third hit in that classic pass-set-hit sequence, and honestly, it's how teams score most of their points during a rally. But what you'll start to see is that a really good attack is about way more than just raw power. It's about precise timing, good footwork, and developing a whole toolbox of different shots, like a powerful spike, a clever little tip into an open spot, or a high-looping roll shot. It's really all about being smart, not just strong. Okay, let's switch gears and get practical. You know what the game looks like, you know what skills they're teaching, so what should you actually be looking for when you start checking out different teams or clubs for your daughter? Think of this as your parents' checklist. The right fit for a 10-year-old is not about some win-at-all-cost mentality. It's about finding a coach who gives constructive feedback. So instead of a coach just yelling, "Pass better," you want to hear things like, "Great hustle to the ball." Next time, just try angling your platform to the target a little bit earlier. That's the kind of specific, positive instruction that builds both skill and confidence. And finally, let's talk about the single most important role in your daughter's entire volleyball journey, and that's yours. Your support and your perspective from the sidelines can make or break her experience and her love for the sport. Your main job is to be her biggest fan, but a fan of her effort, not just the results on the scoreboard.
When you celebrate the hustle, when you help her see a mistake as just a learning opportunity, and when you reinforce the lessons of teamwork, you're helping her become a champion for life, not just for one game.
Because ultimately, this next step is about so much more than just competition. It's about building confidence, learning how to be part of a team, and finding joy in a challenge. So as you guide her through this next phase, the real question is, how will you help nurture a love for the game that lasts a lifetime?